All right, today we're working on fraction of a number, lesson 27. You can pause the video, work on this for a little warm up. All right, so there's a bunch of options here. You could do 6 plus 2 minus 2 times 4. I'm sure you can find lots of other ones. Can't do that because we're on the video. So this will be some vocab for you to write down in your notes. You can pause it if you need to. So a fraction just looks like this. It's like 3 over 5, 8 over 6. It's a number on top and a number on bottom. The denominator is the bottom number, so that is in the bottom of the fraction. Denominator. The top number is the numerator. Fraction just means division. It means you divide the top by the bottom. Another way you could write that is long division, like so. So a fraction gives us a part or a fraction of a whole number or the whole piece. So to doing fractions, you want to start by identifying the starting number, which means what number are we working with? 6, 25, 18. The denominator tells us into how many equal parts we divide the starting number. So that would be like 5 different parts, 3 different parts, whatever it may be. And then the numerator tells us how many of these parts do we want. So on formula, it might tell you to build these with blocks. If you don't have blocks, you don't need to build it. You can always draw it if you need to, if that helps you, but you don't need to have anything special. So step 1 is find the number, which is 6. So we're going to have 6 parts, or 6 numbers. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is the numerator. Tells us into how many groups to break it up into, which I just so happen to do here. We've got group 1, 2, and 3. And then the numerator tells us how many of those groupings do we want. We want 2 of those groupings. So 2/3 of 6 equals 4. Okay, so this time we've got 12, and we see we want groups of 4. So, or 4 groups. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8, 12. Okay, so we've got 12 items. We have them in 4 groups, and we want 3 of those 4 groups. So we want 3 of the groups. So 3/4 of 12 equals 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got some word problems also, multi-steps. You can pause this and do it yourself. So we see 65 bags of nuts are to be divided equally among 13 students. Each bag contains 15 nuts. How many nuts will each student receive? So we know there's 65 bags and each bag contains 15. So let's do 65 times 15. I might have said 13 earlier. That would be 25. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. 0, 5, 6. Add those together. We get 5, 7, 975 nuts. So then we'll do 975 divided by 13. 13 does not go into 9. 13 goes into 97 7 times, I believe. So 7 times 3 is 21. Yeah, 91, subtract, and we get 65. And then 13 goes into 65 5 times, so that would be 15. 5, 6, subtract, we get 0. So 75 nuts. Again, pause the video, try this problem on your own, and then I'll work through it. So Shane is playing a board game. For his first turn, he moved ahead 3 spaces. For the second, 5 spaces. And for the third, 1 space. For his next turn, he had to go back 6 spaces. After that, he got a card that said he could move 2 times the biggest forward move he had made so far. Now, how many spaces from the beginning is Shane's game piece? So we know he moved ahead 3 plus 5 plus 1 minus 6, which would be 8, 9. So he has 3 spaces at this point here. Then he could move forward 2 times the biggest forward move he had made so far. So the biggest forward move he had made so far looks like it's 5 spaces. So we'll do 3 plus 5 times 2 because he can do 2 times his biggest move, which would be 3 plus 10 or 13 spaces from the start.